My fiancé announced, "I'm moving in with Lucas. We're expecting a baby together." I replied, "Congrats," then canceled her engagement ring, returned her car, and reset every password. 6 hours later, she was at my door, crying that Lucas had thrown her out. I'm Nathan, 36, male, writing this from my dining table, staring at a half-drunk coffee mug, grappling with how quickly your entire future can collapse. It was Thursday, around 2 p.m., when my phone buzzed. Claire, 31, my fiancée of 8 months. We'd been together 3 years, living in my house for the last year and a half. The call was brief, brutal, and oddly formal. "Nathan, I have to tell you something. I'm moving in with Lucas. We're having a baby together. I'll grab my stuff tonight." Lucas, 29, her personal trainer, the guy she'd been training with obsessively for 4 months. I'd even paid for the sessions, thinking I was supporting her goals. My mind stalled for a moment. The words didn't sink in right away. "Congrats," I said, voice flat, like confirming a meeting time. "That's it? That's all you've got? What else is there? You've made your choice. I thought you'd at least try to fight for me." "You're pregnant with another man's child and moving in with him, Claire. There's nothing left to fight for." I hung up. Strangely, I felt calm, almost detached, like I was observing someone else's life unravel. But beneath that calm, my brain was already in motion. First, the engagement ring. I called the jeweler where I'd bought it 6 weeks earlier, explained the situation. The manager was understanding, citing a 60-day return policy for such cases, minus a restocking fee. I drove there immediately, returned the ring, and got back $11,000 of the $12,000 I'd spent. Next, the car. Claire drove a leased Audi I'd co-signed for 10 months ago. The payments auto-deducted from my account. I logged into the leasing company's site, removed my payment method, called them, and said I was withdrawing as guarantor, effective immediately. They informed me she'd need to qualify on her own income or return the car by month's end. Her yoga instructor salary wouldn't cut it. Back home, I secured everything. Wi-Fi password, reset, Netflix, Hulu, all streaming services, logged out all devices, passwords changed, home alarm system, code updated. Her fitness membership I'd funded, canceled. Credit card where she was an authorized user, called and removed her instantly. It took about 3 hours, precise, efficient. By 5 p.m., I was in my living room, everything locked down, waiting to see what came next. At 6:30 p.m., the doorbell rang. I checked the security camera. Claire stood there sobbing, mascara streaking, clutching 2 suitcases. I opened the door, keeping the chain on. "Nathan, please, we need to talk. Lucas, he kicked me out." Why would Lucas kick out his pregnant girlfriend? "It's complicated. He said he's not ready for me to move in yet. He needs time to think." The entitlement was staggering. She'd demolished our life expecting Lucas to seamlessly take over. And when that failed, she was back at my door. That's a Lucas problem, not a Nathan problem. "You can't just cut me off like this. I can't access any accounts. The car payment was declined. My gym pass is canceled." "You said you were moving in with Lucas. Those are Lucas's responsibilities now. Please, just for tonight, until I sort this out." "No, Claire, you made your choice this morning. You picked Lucas and his baby over our life. I'm respecting that." Her face shifted from desperation to anger to panic. "This is crazy. You're punishing me for being honest. I'm not punishing you. I'm accepting your decision. You wanted a life with Lucas. Go build it." "But I have nowhere to go." "You have Lucas. You have family. You have friends. Figure it out." I shut the door and locked it. She pounded on it for 10 minutes, crying, shouting, then finally left. The silence was oddly calming. Update 1. It's been 48 hours since Claire's bombshell, and the fallout's been predictable. Thursday night, after leaving my doorstep, she sent a flood of texts from new numbers, clearly borrowing phones since I'd blocked her main one. Nathan, please, I screwed up big time. Lucas isn't who I thought. I'm at a motel. I can't afford this. Please talk to me. I screenshot everything and didn't reply. Friday morning, her sister Emily called my work phone. Nathan, what's wrong with you? Claire's a mess. She's basically homeless. Claire announced she's moving in with Lucas and having his baby. I respected her choice. She made a mistake. Lucas turned out to be a total jerk. He used her and ditched her. That's tough, but it's not my problem to fix. She needs help. She has nowhere to go. She has family, friends, and Lucas, the father of her child. Lucas wants nothing to do with her now. Again, not my issue. She chose him over me. You're being cruel. I'm being realistic. She ended our relationship for someone else. I'm not a fallback option. I hung up and blocked the number. Friday afternoon, Claire's mom called. That was a treat. Nathan, I'm disappointed in you. Claire's pregnant and you tossed her out like trash. Linda, Claire announced she was leaving me for another man and having his baby. I didn't toss her out. She left. But she changed her mind. She realized her mistake. She realized Lucas won't support her like I did. That's not changing her mind. That's facing consequences. She needs stability right now. She's carrying a child. Lucas's child. Lucas's responsibility. You're heartless. I'm practical. Your daughter chose someone else. I'm honoring that choice. The kicker? A mutual friend told me Lucas didn't just kick Claire out. He's married, has been the whole time. His wife discovered the affair and pregnancy, and Lucas cut contact with Claire to save his marriage. So Claire didn't just lose her fiancé and cushy life with me. She lost her affair partner too. And she's pregnant with a married man's baby who wants nothing to do with her. The hits kept coming. The Audi dealership called today. Claire tried explaining her situation, hoping they'd work with her. They told her what I already knew. Without a co-signer with strong credit, she doesn't qualify for the lease. She has until month's end to return the car or face repossession. She's been posting vague things online about seeing people's true colors and fake love. A few mutual friends asked what happened. I tell them the plain truth. She left me for someone else. It didn't work out, and now she's dealing with the consequences. Most get it. The ones who don't were never really my friends. I spent the weekend clearing out her remaining stuff from the house, things she didn't grab in her rushed packing Thursday night. Boxed it all, labeled it clearly. If she wants it, she can arrange pickup. I'm not delivering. The house feels different now, quieter, in a good way. No more tiptoeing, wondering if she's texting Lucas. No more funding her training sessions. No more bankrolling a lifestyle for someone planning to leave me for another man. Update 2. 1 week since the call that changed everything. The entitlement has hit new peaks. Monday morning, I got a letter. Not an email or text. A certified letter from Claire, delivered to my workplace. 3 pages of handwritten drama about how I abandoned her in her hour of need, and how she never meant for things to turn out this way. The final paragraph demanded I cover her motel costs until she gets back on her feet, and suggested couples counseling to work through this betrayal. The betrayal. She cheated, got pregnant by another man, announced she was leaving me for him, and I betrayed her by not funding her life after. I showed it to my lawyer friend Alex over lunch. He laughed so hard he nearly choked on his burger. She wants you to pay her bills after leaving you for another guy and calls it your betrayal? Apparently, I'm her eternal safety net. Keep this letter. If she escalates, it shows her mindset. Tuesday, reality hit her harder. The bank called. Claire tried using the credit card I'd canceled. Multiple attempts at various stores. They flagged it as potential fraud until I explained. I called the credit card company, confirmed she was no longer an authorized user, and asked them to note any attempts as unauthorized. Wednesday brought the family ambush. Claire's parents showed up at my house unannounced. I watched them on the security camera before answering. Nathan, we need to talk, Linda said. Claire's dad, Mike, looked uneasy but resolute. Son, Claire messed up, but you can't cut her off completely. Mike, she didn't mess up. She made a deliberate choice to leave me for another man. That it didn't work out isn't my responsibility. She's pregnant. She needs support. Lucas's baby. Lucas's or your support, not mine. Lucas is married. He was using her. She should have figured that out before cheating on me. Look, we know she screwed up, but no but, Mike. She chose Lucas. I'm respecting that choice. She made adult decisions. These are adult consequences. They tried for 20 minutes, cycling through guilt, reason, and vague threats about doing what's right. I stayed calm, stuck to facts, and they left. Thursday got pathetic. Claire showed up at my gym, not the fancy one where she met Lucas, but the one I still use. She cornered me by the dumbbells. Nathan, please, just hear me out for 5 minutes. You've got 3. Go, I know I messed up. I hurt you. I'm pregnant, scared, and don't know what to do. 2 minutes. Lucas lied about everything. He's married. He never planned to leave his wife. He just wanted a fling. I was so stupid. 1 minute. I miss you. I miss us. We can fix this if you give me a chance. Time's up, Claire. You didn't make a mistake. You made choices. You chose to cheat with Lucas. You chose to get pregnant by him. You chose to leave me for him. That he's exactly what everyone but you saw doesn't change that. But I love you. No, you love what I provided. Stability, money, someone to take care of you. Lucas offered excitement until reality crashed in. Now you want your backup plan. That's not true. You announced you were having his baby and moving in with him. Everything I did was accepting that reality. If Lucas had been what you thought, you'd be playing house with him now. I grabbed my towel and headed out. Find a new gym, Claire. This one's mine. Got a text that evening from Emily. You're a heartless jerk. Claire's sleeping in her car. My reply, she chose Lucas. These are Lucas's consequences to handle. Blocked Emily for good. Final update, 3 months since Claire announced she was leaving me for Lucas. Time to close this chapter. The aftermath of my last update saw Claire's situation spiral fast. Sleeping in an Audi you can't afford while pregnant isn't viable. She lasted a week before the car was repossessed. I drove by the lot where it was towed, saw it with dealer plates back on. Her parents finally stepped in, sort of. They let her move into her old childhood bedroom, but from what mutual friends say, it's been a mess. Claire expected them to bankroll the lifestyle I provided. Dining out, shopping, entertainment. Instead, she got basic shelter and lectures on accountability. The pregnancy added more complications. Lucas, desperate to save his marriage, claimed Claire lied about the paternity. He demanded a prenatal DNA test. Claire agreed, likely hoping it'd force him to step up. Results confirmed it's his. Lucas didn't leave his wife for Claire. He lawyered up for a custody fight, offering minimal child support. His wife kicked him out anyway, but he's fighting to keep Claire from getting anything substantial. So now Claire faces single motherhood with a part-time job, living with her parents, and a baby daddy who sees her as a legal burden. The best part came 6 weeks ago. I was at a cafe near my office when I saw her across the street, visibly pregnant, struggling with shopping bags. For a moment, I felt a pang. Not quite sympathy, but an echo of our shared past. Then I recalled her standing in my living room, declaring she was having Lucas's baby and moving in with him. I finished my coffee and went back to work. Last week, Emily tried one last plea through my coworker, asking if I'd help Claire for old time's sake, maybe cover baby expenses since I used to care about her. My response, Claire chose Lucas as her baby's father. Those are Lucas's expenses. The entitlement never ends. Even now, facing the full weight of her choices, she and her family think I should clean up her mess. As for me, life's good. Really good. The house is mine again. My finances are mine again. No more wondering who my partner's texting or funding her affair. I started dating someone new last month. Rachel, a 33-year-old engineer I met through friends. She's sharp, self-sufficient, pays her own way, and has no interest in personal trainers. It's refreshing to be with someone who doesn't see me as a bank account. The revenge wasn't flashy or dramatic. It was letting Claire face the natural fallout of her choices. She wanted Lucas and his baby. She got Lucas and his baby, and everything that came with it. A married man who used her, a custody battle, single motherhood, and the loss of the comfortable life she threw away. She bet our relationship on Lucas being her upgrade. She lost, and the house always wins. Sometimes the best revenge is stepping back and letting people unravel themselves.